If you see this topic, if you look at this topic equations, they will first show you what is a simple equation. The first thing you have to do is simple equation. Then we have simultaneous equations in two variables. That is linear equation. Okay, this is linear equations. In this also we have word problems, simple problems, etc. Then we have to do quadratic equations. And then finally, once you finish quadratic equation, we have to do cubic equations. Okay, so in this simple equation and linear equations, they are quite straightforward. We also have word problems in those. Then we have quadratic. Under quadratic, we have to do some important formulae, nature of the roots, and some word problems also. And cubic is very simple, very simple only they will test. Level of testing is very simple. Okay, we will go straight into the topic now. Now first we'll start with the topic simple equations. Simple equations. Now an equation is defined as a mathematical statement of equality. Equation is a mathematical statement of equality. If the equation is true only for certain value of x, okay, if the equation is true only for certain value of x, then it is called conditional equation. Equation is true for only certain value of the variable x. Variable is x. It is conditional equation. But if the equation is true for all values, only certain value, all values of variable, then it is called an identity. It is called an identity. Okay. For example, x plus 2 by 3 plus x plus 3 by 2 is equal to 3. If I take this equation, this is true only for only if x is equal to 1. So it is called conditional equation. But look at this equation. X plus 2 by 3 plus x plus 3 by 2 is equal to 5x plus 13 by 6. This is true for all values of x. This is called an identity. Okay. This is nothing but the solution in the next level. So it is true for all values of x. Okay. Let me show you what is a linear equation. Linear equation means it is a equation in the form of the below form. 8x plus 17 into x minus 3. Okay, the power of the variable is 1 here. Okay, so 8x plus 17x minus 3 is equal to 4. 8x plus 17 into x minus 3 is 4 into 4x minus 9. Now if you look at the power of x here, the power of x, at every step there is no value with more than 1 as the power. This is a linear equation where power of variable, highest power of variable, highest power of the variable is 1. Okay, this is also called a simple equation. Simple equation. This is the first example. Second example is 3x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Look at the highest power of x here. It is 2. This type of equation is called a quadratic equation where the highest power of the variable is 2. That is a quadratic equation. This is a linear or a simple equation, and this is a quadratic equation. The third type is 4x cube plus 3x square plus x minus 7 is equal to 1. This is called a cubic equation. Cubic equation where the highest power of variable is equal to 3. This is cubic. There is one more type which is x plus 2y equal to 1, 2x plus 3y equal to 2. Now this type of equation is called, there are two variables. Okay, there are two variables in this equation. It is called, jointly called simultaneous equations. Simultaneous equations. There are two variables, x and y. Let us take a classic example. Okay, take down the example. The denominator of a fraction exceeds its numerator by 5. If 3 be added to both, the fraction becomes 3 by 4. Find the fraction. The denominator of a fraction exceeds the numerator by 5. If 3 be added to both, the fraction becomes 3 by 4. Find the fraction. Let's take the answer. Let x be the numerator. Okay. So the fraction, therefore, the fraction is equal to x by denominator exceeds the numerator. So x plus 5. Now the question says that if 3 is added to both, so x plus 3 by x plus 5 plus 3, x plus 3 by x plus 5 plus 3 is equal to 3 by 4. Let us solve. 4 into x plus 3 is equal to 3 into x plus 5 plus 3. 4x plus 12 is equal to 3 into x plus 8. 4x plus 12 is equal to 3x plus 24. 4x minus 3x is equal to 24 minus 12. X is equal to 12. And then x plus 5 is equal to 17. Fraction is equal to 12 by 17. Next question. If thrice of A's age 6 years ago, be subtracted from twice his present age. The result would be equal to his present age. Find his present age. If thrice of A's age 6 years ago be subtracted from twice his present age, the result would be equal to his present age. So let A's present age be X years. Thrice of his present age. Okay, thrice of A's present age be subtracted from twice his, sorry, if thrice of X's age 6 years ago, present age is Y, 6 years ago, age 6 years ago is equal to X minus 6. So thrice of the age 6 years ago, 3 into X minus 6 is subtracted from twice his present age, 2 into X. 6 years ago is X minus 6. Twice his present age is 2x. So 2x minus 3 into x minus 6 is equal to his present age. His present age. So 2x minus 3x plus 18 minus x is equal to 0. Minus x is equal to minus 18. Minus 2x is equal to minus 18. X is equal to 9. Present age is 9 years. So the questions which I'm discussing here are all classic questions. You will surely get such questions. Okay, so these are all tried and tested. Several times they have come in the exams. Every single question is important. Okay, let's take down the next question. A number consists of two digits. The digit in tens place is twice the digits, twice the digit in the units place. If 18 be subtracted from the number, the digits are reversed. Find number. Find the number. A number consists of two digits. If the digit in the tens place is twice the digits in the units place, and if 18 is subtracted from the number, the digits are reversed. Find the number. So let us start by let the digit in tens in units place be x. Digits in units place be x. Let the digit in units place be x. Digit in tens place is equal to twice the digit in the units place. It is 2x. Tens place is twice digit in units place. It is 2x. So what is the number? Therefore, the number, original number is equal to 2x into 10. 2x into 10 plus x, because the tens digit, suppose I have a number say 12. Okay, the digit in ones place is 1, digit in ones place is 1, ones place is 2, ones place, and this is tens place. So when I form the number, I will say 1 into 10 plus 2. I'm going to show you here. The original number is 2x into 10 plus x. If 18 is subtracted from this number, if I subtract 18 from this number, then the digits are reversed. That means this becomes x into 10. This becomes 2x. Okay, that means I reverse. This digit becomes x and this digit becomes 2x. So x into 10 plus 2x into 1. Here I had 2x into 10 plus x into 1. Instead you have x into 10 plus 2x into 1. So this you solve. 20x plus x minus 18 is equal to 10x plus 2x. 21x minus 12x is equal to 18. 9x is equal to 18. X is equal to 18 by 9. X is equal to number is equal to, the original number is 2 into this 2 plus 10 plus 2, which is equal to 4 plus 10, sorry, it's into 10, 42. Number is 42. One more question, last question in this section. For a certain commodity, demand equation giving demand D in kg for a price P in rupees per kg is D is equal to 100 into 10 minus P. Okay, similarly, supply equation giving supply S in kg for a price P in rupees per kg is S is equal to 75 into P minus 3. Market price is MP at which is such that at which demand equals supply. Find the market price and quantity bought and sold. Now, demand equation is given. D is equal to 100 into 10 minus P. S is equal to supply equation. S is equal to 75 into P minus 3. Now, since market price means these two are equal, we just have to equate these two. That means 100 into 10 minus P is equal to 75 into P minus 3. Remove this D and S, just equate the two equations. 100,000 minus 100P is equal to 75P minus 225. So this would be 1225 is equal to 175P. P is equal to 1225 by 175, which is equal to 7. P is equal to 7. So market price, this is the market price. Okay. So quantity to be bought, D will be equal to 100 into 100 minus 7, which is 3, which is 300 kg. S is equal to 75 into 7 minus 3 is 4, which is 300 kg. So both will be equal. At market price, both demand and supply will be equal. That's it. Now we move on to simultaneous linear equations in two variables. Okay, so general form of the equation is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. This is simultaneous linear equations in two variables. So the general form is ax plus by plus c equals 0, where x and y are variables, a and b are non-zero coefficient, the number which comes before the variable is a non coefficient. So A and B are non-zero coefficient. C is the constant. That means there is no variable attached to it. It is a given number. It's a known number. Okay. So you could have two equations like a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals 0. Then a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals 0. Okay, so let me give you the methods to solve the equations. Now, the methods to solve linear equations in two variables. Method to solve the linear equations in two variables are the first method is the method called elimination. Then we have the method called cross multiplication method. Cross multiplication method. So let me come to elimination method first. Okay, very simple method. Solve for 2x plus 5y equals to 9, 3x minus y is equal to 5. So we will name this as equation 1 and this as equation 2. Now I have to bring both to the same comparable state. For example, I want to eliminate any one variable. Elimination means elimination of any one variable. Okay, x and y are there. We can either eliminate x or we can eliminate y. The choice is ours. So if I want to say eliminate y, look at the first equation. The coefficient of y in the first equation is 5 and for the second it is minus 1. Keep the first equation as such, 2x plus 5y equal to 9. Second equation I multiply by 5. I get 15x minus 5y equals to 25. So in this equation I can solve. I can just strike this out and I will get 17x is equal to 34. X is equal to 34 by 17, which is equal to 2. X is equal to 2. If x is equal to 2, then y is equal to 3x minus 5, which is 3 into 2 minus 5, which is 6 minus 5, which is equal to 1. So this is the solution. Now let's take the cross multiplication method. Okay, so I'll explain this method in a simple manner for you. So cross multiplication method. In this method, we will do cross multiplication of the coefficients under three categories. Okay, the first category will be x divided by. We will equate it to y divided by our cross multiplication. That we will equate to 1 divided by one more set of coefficient cross multiplication. So we have divided this whole thing into three categories. The first category will consist of the variable x. Now in the variable x, if you see, when I consider x by, I would only do cross multiplication of the y and the numerals. And when I do the cross multiplication for y, I will only take the coefficient of x and the constant. And when I do for the constant, when I do cross multiplication, I would ignore the constants and I would only do the coefficients of x and y. Before that, we would have to convert this equation like this. 3x plus 2y plus 17 equals 0. 5x minus 6y minus 9 equals 0. any case of cross multiplication, we have to bring it to this format so that it would be equal to 0. All the constants should come on the left hand side along with the variables. So x variable, y variable, and the constant. So once I have done that, let me first take the x aspect. So when I take x variable, I will say x divided by, I would only include the coefficient of y and the constant. So I will have to first start with the first equation b. Okay, any equation will be in this format: ax1 plus a1x1 plus b1 y1 plus c1 equals 0, a2x2 plus b2 y2 plus c2 equals 0. In this format, I would first take this coefficient, I would cross multiply it with this number, and after doing that I would do minus and I would cross multiply this and this. So let's start first. X divided by 2 into minus 9 minus 17 into minus 6. So minus is very important here, and take the signs as it is for the numbers, for the coefficients, is equal to y divided by, when I do y, I would completely ignore this aspect. I would multiply c1 by a2 minus a1 by c2. So it would be 17 into 5 minus, again minus 3 into minus 9. When I do is equal to 1 by, that is the portion which relates to the constant angle. So when I do constant aspect, I would ignore this as totally. I would ignore C1 and C2. I would only take this part. When I do this part, I would multiply similar to the x part. It would be, so A1 into B2. So A1 is 3, 3 into minus 6 minus 5 into 2. So let me simplify this. X by minus 18 plus 102 equals y by 85 plus 27 equals 1 by minus 18 plus 30. Sorry, minus 18 minus 10. X by 84 equals y by 112 equals minus 1 by 28. Let me take one by one. X by 84 equals minus 1 by 28. X is equal to 84 minus 84 by 28, which is equal to minus 3. Y by 112 equals minus 1 by 28. Y is equal to minus 112 by 28, which is equal to minus 4. Therefore, the answer is x is equal to minus 3 and y is equal to minus 4. So I will again explain to you briefly how to solve the cross multiplication method. You have to first take the equation in the format of a1 x1 plus b1 y1 plus c1 equals 0 and a2 x2 plus b2 y2 plus c2 equals 0. Once you convert it to that format, we will start with the x angle. First, you will start with the x factor. X divided by, you will multiply the coefficient of y and the constant in this manner: b1 into c2 minus c1 into b2 is equal to y by, we would now consider c1 into a2 minus a1 into c2. Then you would say equals 1 by When you do for the constant, you would ignore the constant aspect and you would only multiply a1 and b2 minus a2 and b1. Once you do this, you would simplify and solve for x and y. We would get the answers. Okay, this is your cross multiplication method. So let us begin with the chapter quadratic equations. Now a quadratic equation is of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Let us say x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. This is an example of a quadratic equation. Okay. Now suppose we have a case if suppose b is equal to 0. Suppose I tell you that b is equal to 0 and I give you an equation ax square. In the above example itself, ax square plus 0x plus c, we substitute as b for b as 0, we get ax square plus c is equal to 0. Okay, there is no middle term, there is no b in this. Now this type of equation where ax square plus c is equal to 0 is only there is called pure quadratic equations. Okay, pure quadratic equation. The next thing we have to discuss is something called roots of the equation. What is meant by roots of the equations? Roots of the equation means the solution of the equation. The solution of the equation is nothing but root of the equation, roots of the equation. That is the value of x. The value of x. Okay, for example, let me take an example of an equation. X square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Let us try to solve this equation. We have to do it by splitting the middle term. Okay, I'll show you how. We have done this in school, definitely. Anyway, once more we'll revise this. X square plus, now 5x can be written as 3x plus 2x. 3x plus 2x, where 3x plus 2x is equal to 5x, 3 into 2 is equal to 6. So 3x into 2x is 6x square plus 6 is equal to 0. X square plus 3x plus 2x plus 6 is equal to 0. I'm just splitting the middle term such that the sum of the two terms is equal to the middle term and the product is equal to the first term into the last term, where 3x plus 2x is equal to 5x, which is here, and 3x into 2x is equal to 6x square, 6 into x square. This is how we split the middle term. Now we take out the common factor, x into x plus 3 plus 2 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. This is x plus 3 into x plus 2 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 3 and x is equal to minus 2. Now these two, x equal to minus 3 and x equal to minus 2, are called the roots of the equation. Roots of the equation. Now I'm giving you the same equation which I gave you. Okay, I gave you an equation 3x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Now I gave you one equation in the form ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. X square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. This is the equation I gave you. And I am also giving you the fact that the roots are x is equal to minus 3 and x is equal to minus 2. So these are the roots of the equation. Okay. Now you know that this is the equation and the roots of this equation are x is equal to minus 3 and x is equal to minus 2. Now once you know that, you are asked to calculate the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. You're asked to find the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. Now, sum of the roots is minus 3 minus 2, which is minus 5. Minus 3 plus minus 2, which is minus 5. Product of the roots is minus 3 into minus 2, which is 6. Okay, so I'm given an equation and they're asking me to find the sum and the product. The first step I'll do is to find the roots. I will solve the equation and find the roots, and after that I would add the roots together to get the sum and multiply both to get the product. Instead of doing it like this, I can directly find the sum of the roots and the product. If I tell you I can directly do that, what will you be able to decipher from that? So how can you directly find that is what you will ask me. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is the equation. Okay, so here sum of the roots is equal to minus b by a. Product of the roots is equal to c by a. This is the formula for sum and product. Now let us find out the sum of the roots. Minus b by a, which is equal to minus 5 by 1, which is minus 5. Then the product of the roots is equal to c by a, which is 6 by 1 is equal to 6. So I have got the same answer using the formula. Okay, please make a note of this. Now the next topic here is, the next concept is if. Now before that I saw the format of a quadratic equation, the structure of an equation, then the roots. Roots are nothing but the solutions of the equation. Solutions of the equation. And then I saw how to calculate the sum and the product of the roots using the equation and the formula minus b by a and c by a. Now from the above two things I can say that, if the sum of the roots and product of the roots of the quadratic equation are given, then the equation will be x square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots is equal to 0. X square minus sum of the roots into x plus the product of the roots is equal to 0. This is my quadratic equation. So I can form the equation using the sum and the product as per the above formula. So if I give you in the above case, let me give you one question. Okay, so the question is, find the sum of roots and the product of the roots and frame the quadratic equation find the sum of roots and the product of the roots, and they are giving me 3x square plus 5x minus 7 is equal to 0. Now the first thing I would do is to find the sum of the roots, which is minus b by a, which is minus 5 by 3. The next thing I would do is to find the product of the roots. It is c by a, which is minus 7 by 3. Minus is already there, so I'm taking minus. Okay, minus 7 by 3. This is the answer. Now from this one, from this reverse direction, let me try to work out the roots. Okay, suppose I'm given that the sum of the roots is minus 5 by 3 and the product of the roots is 7 by minus 7 by 3. How do I form my quadratic equation? How do I form the quadratic equation? I will form the equation as per the above. X square minus of minus 5 by 3 x plus product minus 7 by 3 is equal to 0. This will be x square plus 5 by 3 x minus 7 by 3 is equal to 0. Here I'll take my LCM as 3x square plus 5x minus 7 is equal to 0. 3x square plus 5x minus 7 is equal to 0. Now let me go on to the nature of the roots of the quadratic equation. We are having a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. Okay. Now I'll give you an example. X square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, let me see how to solve this and then I'll study the roots. Now the two methods I can use to solve the quadratic equation is, one method is I take the middle term and I split the middle term, like I did in the case of the same question, the first example which I showed you. But there is one more method in which I can do the solution where I use something called D. This is the D method. D method. So how do I use the D method? There is a formula for D. D is equal to B square minus 4AC. Very crucial formula. Very critical formula. B square is equal to minus B square minus 4AC is equal to D. Okay, first I'll find the value of D. Okay, first I'll find the value of D. Okay, let me see what is D. What is the D? What is this D and why do I need this D? I don't know what it is, right? So let me first explain one by one. I'll take you through this. Don't be hasty. First I'll show you what is D and then we'll find, after finding D, we'll see how to use it and how to find the solution for this equation. Okay, so D is equal to B square minus 4AC. In the above case, B is 5. B square minus 4 into A. A and C are constants. Without the variable, you have to take the number. Okay, so with the sign, you have to take it. Minus 4 into 1 into 6. This is 25 minus 24, which is equal to 1. Which is equal to 1. This is the first step. Now, once you find this out, you have to solve for the roots using this formula. X is equal to, X is the root, X is equal to minus B plus or minus square root of D by 2A. So actually D is B square minus 4AC. So X formula is minus B plus or minus square root of X formula is minus B plus or minus square root of B square minus 4AC divided by 2A. Here we already know, so we have solved for D using B square minus 4AC. So directly apply minus B plus or minus square root of D by 2A. Why plus or minus? There are two solutions for this equation. For the quadratic equations, there are two solutions. So one solution will be with plus and one solution will be with minus. So this is the critical formula. There are two things which you should remember very well in this case, and they are, one is the formula for D. Don't forget, never forget this formula. Please write this down in your formula booklet. And the most important of the formulae will be, in this topic you have to write down X is equal to minus B plus or minus D by 2A. So do not forget this formula. Using this formula you can calculate the value of the root. So let me do it on this side so that you're able to see properly. Okay, this is equal to minus B. Minus B. B is what? Minus 5. So B is 5 minus B is minus 5 plus or minus square root of b square. B square, so b square minus 4ac is d, that already you found out, square root of 1 whole divided by 2 into 1. So this is equal to minus 5 plus or minus 1. Okay, so square root of 1 is 1 by 2. So x is equal to minus 5 plus 1 by 2. X is equal to minus 5 minus 1 by 2. Minus 5 plus 1 by 2 is minus 4 by 2, which is minus 2. Minus 5 minus 1 by 2 is minus 6 by 2, which is minus 3. Therefore, x is equal to minus 2, x is equal to minus 3. These are the roots of the equation. Now look at this. We saw in the earlier few minutes, we saw how to pull out d value and then how to calculate the roots from the above d value. Now, based on the above, we know that, see, b square and 4ac are two different things, right? They're two different things, but they define the value of d, and d happens to be under the square root in the formula of the root. When you find the value of x, d has to be within the square root. So when you find d is equal to b square minus 4ac. Suppose b square is more than 4ac, b square is greater than, there can be three possibilities here. One is b square can be more than 4ac. Other is b square can be equal to 4ac. And then one more is b square can be less than 4ac. Okay, so let us take an example here. The earlier example is b square minus 4ac example. B will be 5, 5 square minus 4 into 1 into 6. This was the earlier example which came here, this one. Okay, so there b square is 25, 4ac is equal to 24. So b square is more than 4ac here. So in that case, what happens? D value is positive. D value is positive. It is 1, right? So D is positive. D is a positive number in this case. D is a positive number. If b square is equal to 4ac, then what happens? If b square is equal to 4ac, then d becomes 0. Suppose even 4ac is also, instead of 24, it is 25. Then d will be equal to 0, right? If b square is equal to 4ac, then d is equal to 0. If b square is less than 4ac, suppose b square is equal to 24 and 4ac is equal to 25. Then if b square is less than 4ac, then d is equal to negative. It is minus 1, right? D is minus 1 in this case. So this means d is equal to negative number. D is a negative number. Okay. If d is a negative number, then we go on and analyze. Okay, d is a positive number is the first possibility, then d is equal to 0 is the next possibility, then d is a negative number, that is the third and last possibility in this analysis. Okay, so what happens in this case? If d is a positive number, then see what happened in the last case. You found out the roots. You found out the roots using this positive d value. Okay, so in that case, root of positive number is very much possible. Root of a positive number is possible. Root of a positive number is possible. And can be found. Is possible to be found, not can be found, to be found. And root of d exists. Root of d exists. Okay, root of d exists. The next case, whether the root is positive or negative is a different topic altogether. We are not talking about the negative or positive roots here. We are not commenting on that. We are commenting on whether it is possible to find the roots in the first place. If in case b square is more than 4ac, then we can find out d because d is a positive. We can find out the roots because d is a positive number. Okay, that is all we are commenting here. Then in case d is equal to 0, okay, if d is equal to 0, then what happens is, then what happens? In the earlier example, I will show you here. If d is equal to 0, okay, suppose d is 0, I will put 0 here. Okay, what will I get? Minus 5 plus or minus 0 by 2, which is minus 5 by 2 plus 0 and minus 5 by 2 minus 0. Net effect of this is both roots are equal. So for both values of x, you'll get minus 5 by 2 only. So write down here, roots, okay, before that, square root of d exists. Roots are real and equal. Roots are real and equal. Roots are real and equal, and in the above case, roots are real and unequal. If b square, I'll rewrite this for you. If b square is greater than 4ac, d is a positive number. Roots of positive number is possible to find, and root of d exists. Roots are real and unequal. Real and unequal. And in the other case, if b square is equal to 4ac, if b square is equal to 4ac, then root d exists. Roots are real and equal. Real and equal. What happens if b square is less than 4ac? Then what happens? Suppose it is, I'll show you here. Instead of plus 1, if it is equal to, say, minus, here it is, suppose it is a negative. If d value is negative, okay, if b square is less than 4ac, d value will be negative. Okay, say for example, b square is equal to 24, 4ac is equal to 25, then d is equal to minus 1. If d is equal to minus 1, we will get a minus within this root here. So can you find that out? You cannot find it out. You cannot solve for negative number square root. So write down square root of a negative number is imaginary, is an imaginary number. Root d doesn't exist. Roots are unreal and unequal. Roots are unreal and unequal. So copy down this table. It's very important, this chart. Now let's make note of a few special notes. Special notes. The first one is about irrational roots. Irrational roots. Now irrational roots occur in pairs. That is, if one root is a plus root b, the other root will be a minus root b. If one root is a plus root b, the other root will be a minus root b. Okay, let me take one example. Find the equation, find the equation of line with root 2 minus root 3. Find the equation of line with root 2 minus root 3. So the solution, write along with me. If one root, this is irrational, root 3 is irrational. If one root is 2 minus root 3, the other root is 2 plus root 3. 2 plus root 3. So sum of the roots is equal to 2 plus root 3 plus 2 minus root 3, which is 2, 2 and root 3 and root 3 will get cancelled. 2 plus 2 will be 4. Then product of roots is 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3. This is equal to a plus b into a minus b equation, a square minus b square, which is a is 2, 2 square minus root 3 the whole square, which is 4 minus 3, which is 1. So the other root is 1. So the equation is equal to x square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots is equal to 0. That is x square plus 4x, sorry, x square minus 4x plus x square minus 4x plus 1 is equal to 0. The second point is, if one root is the reciprocal of the other root, then product of roots will be 1. Let me take one example. Alpha is 5, beta is 1 by 5. They are the two roots. Okay, now the roots are alpha and beta. Okay, roots are alpha and beta. Now in this case, product is equal to alpha into beta, which is 5 into 1 by 5 is equal to 1. Then the next one is, if two roots of the equation are equal but with opposite signs, then sum of roots will be equal to 0. If two roots of the equation are equal but with opposite signs, then sum of the roots will be equal to 0. Suppose alpha is 3 and beta is minus 3. Then sum of the roots is equal to 3 plus minus 3, which is equal to 0. Let's take a question. If the roots of the equation 2x square plus 8x minus m cube is equal to 0 are equal, find m. Find m. Okay, so now we are given the equation 2x square plus 8x minus m cube is equal to 0. If the roots are equal, then we know that b square is equal to 4ac. If the roots are equal, we know that b square is equal to 4ac. That means a here is 2, b is 8 and c is minus m cube. M and such alphabets which come in the beginning, A, B, C, etc., K, etc. are constants. Those alphabets which come in the end like X, Y, Z, P, Q, R are generally taken as variables. So here we have to take minus M cube as C. So now let us substitute in the equation. B square is 8 square is equal to 4 into 2 into minus M cube. 64 is equal to minus 8 M cube. Minus 8 M cube is equal to 64. M cube is equal to minus 64 by 8 is equal to minus 8. Okay, so therefore M is equal to minus 8. This is the answer. Next question. Find the value of 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by up to infinity. Up to infinity. Now, before that, okay. Now, you know that what is infinity? Infinity is a very big value. Okay, it is like a say water, it's like a sea. It's like a sea in which you have so much of water. Okay, so if I were to take one bucket of water from the ocean, from the sea, will it make any difference to the ocean? If I take a bucket of water from the ocean, is it going to get reduced in the ocean? No, it's such a huge water body. Even one ocean is a huge water body. We have so many oceans on earth. So one bucket of water will not make any difference. But if I have a glass of water, okay, if I have a glass of water, from that if I take half, will it matter? Yes, it will reduce the water, right? It will reduce the water. So that is the reason why I'm saying that infinity is a huge number, but compared to that, anything given here like 1 by 4, 4 plus 1 by 4, etc., etc., it's nothing. It's just a small quantity when compared to infinity. When compared to infinity, anything else like n or a small value, any other number is a small quantity. It is not comparable at all. Okay, now come to the question here. Why am I telling you all that? Is it confusing you even further? I'll explain shortly. It will not be confusing. See, 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by whatever it is given here. Let x be 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus up to infinity. This is going to be x. Now, if I were to just hide off, if I were to just take this value alone, look at this value 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by, this is nothing but x, right? X is equal to 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by etc, etc. When I ignore the numerator and the 4 here, if I consider only this portion, it is also equal to x. So x is equal to 4 plus 1 by x. X is equal to 4 plus 1 by x. 1 by x. Because it is after all infinity. This is just a small number. If I remove that and I consider only this 4 plus 1 by, if I remove the 1 by there, it's not going to make any difference because we have infinity. We don't have any small number. It is infinity which is there. Therefore, it is okay to ignore that and do it as 1 by x. So x is equal to, you will take LCM, 4x plus 1 by x. X square is equal to 4x plus 1. X square minus 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now in this equation we have to solve for the value. So we have to solve the values given in the options and then whichever value is correct we have to select that. Okay, that's it. Now the solution for the root is minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. The equation is x square minus 4x minus 1 equals 0. So x is equal to minus of minus 4 plus or minus square root of b square minus 4 whole square minus 4 into 1 into minus 1 by 2 into 1. X is equal to 4 plus or minus 16 plus 4 by 2, which is 4 plus or minus square root of 20 by 2. Square root of 20 by 2. Now the options given are 1 plus or minus square root of 2, 2 plus or minus square root of, 2 plus root 5, 2 plus root 5, and then 2 plus or minus root 5. Then we have none of these. We have none of these. 4 plus or minus square root of 2 into 5 by 2. 2 2s are 4, 4 5s are 20, which is going to be 2 plus or minus 4 plus or minus 2 root 5 by 2. Okay, 2 root 5 by 2, which is equal to 2 plus or minus root 5. Okay, next question. If alpha beta, A alpha into beta be the roots of the equation 2x square minus 4x minus 3 equals 0, the value of alpha square plus beta square is what? Okay, shall we solve this now? If alpha beta be the roots of the equation A alpha beta. Okay, so let's find out first the sum of the roots. Sum of roots is equal to minus b by a. Minus b by a is, now see, a is 2, b is minus 4, c is minus 3. Minus of minus 4 by 2, which is equal to 2. Then product of roots. Product of the roots is c by a. C is minus 3 and by a minus 3 by 2. Now we have to find alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square. Now you know that alpha, let me take this here. Alpha plus beta the whole square is equal to alpha square plus 2 alpha beta plus beta square. So alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Now this is an important relationship which you have to remember when you're solving questions in equation. If you are given alpha square plus beta square, you can use this formula alpha plus beta the whole square and pull out that value. So coming to this here, alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta, which is equal to alpha plus beta the whole square. What is that? Sum of the roots. So sum of the roots is nothing but 2. So 2 square minus 2 into product of the roots minus 3 by 2, which is 4 plus 3, which is 7. So the answer is 7 for this. Okay, alpha plus beta the whole square I'm taking as alpha plus beta is a sum of the roots. So sum of the roots whole square minus 2 into alpha beta. 2 into alpha beta is the product. So 2 into product of the roots. Now take this question. If the sum of roots of the quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c equals 0 is equal to the sum of the squares of the reciprocals, then what is a square by ac plus bc by a square equal to? Okay, so now let's take the equation. If the sum of the roots of equation is equal to sum of the squares of reciprocal. Now the equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Let the roots be alpha and beta. They're saying that sum of the roots alpha plus beta is equal to sum of the squares of the reciprocals. 1 by alpha square equal to 1 by alpha square plus 1 by beta square. Now they are asking you what is a square. Sorry, this is b. Sorry, this is b. They're asking you to find out what is b square by ac plus bc by a square equal to what? Okay, so now first let us calculate alpha plus beta we know. Okay, alpha plus beta we know. Let us simplify that further. Okay, here alpha square beta square, we will take LCM. This is beta square plus alpha square. Okay, so alpha plus beta is equal to alpha square plus beta square by alpha square beta square. Now this is equal to alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta the whole square minus 2 alpha beta. This is what we did in the previous question also. Same thing you will have to apply here. Okay, by alpha beta the whole square. Okay. Now alpha plus beta we know is sum of the roots and alpha beta is the product of the roots. So sum of the roots we know it is minus b by a. So sum of roots is minus b by a. Okay, and product of roots is c by a. Product of roots is equal to c by a. Now b by a. Now look at this carefully. Look at this carefully. Please pay attention. Please pay attention, please. Now alpha plus beta is equal to, so alpha plus beta is nothing but sum of the roots is equal to minus b by a. Minus b by a is equal to, this is the equation which we have got, alpha plus beta the whole square minus b by a the whole square minus 2 into c by a, which is the product, whole divided by c by a the whole square. C by a the whole square. So we know that minus b by a is equal to b square by a square minus 2c by a minus 2c by a the whole divided by c square by a square. Okay. Let us take this equation here, minus b by a. I'm going to write the same thing, rewrite it, is equal to b square by a square minus 2c by a minus 2c by a whole divided by c square by a square minus b by a is equal to, let us take the LCM here, a square, b square minus a into a is a square, 2ac into a square by b square. When I take it up, I will bring it to the reciprocal. Okay, now the next step is minus b by a is equal to b square minus 2ac by c square. Okay, so this will be minus bc square is equal to ab square minus 2abc. 2, sorry, this is minus b square minus bc square is equal to ab square minus 2a square b minus 2a square b. There is no b here. Minus 2a square c minus 2a square c. Okay, now here if you see, this is going to be 2a square c is equal to, I bring it to the other side, ab square plus bc square. So this would be ab square plus bc square. I will take the 2 this side. 2 is equal to ab square plus bc square by a square c. So here 2 is equal to ab square plus bc square by a square c. If I further simplify, it would be ab square by a square c Okay, this is nothing but b square by ac plus bc square by a square c. This is going to be bc by a square. Okay, so b square by ac plus bc by a square, which is what I have been brought to. The value of that is 2. So out of the options given, 2 is the correct answer. Let me take some problems, some questions on quadratic equation. I'm going to take some solved examples. Okay, I'm going to solve some examples here, and they are also going to be word problems. Okay, they are going to be word problems. The first question: difference between a number and its positive square root is 12. Find the numbers. Difference between a number and its positive square root is 12. Find the numbers. Okay, the first step is let the number be x. Difference between a number and its positive square root means it is not minus x, it is plus x, is equal to 12. Now let me bring everything to one side. X minus root x is minus 12 is equal to 0. Now let me see what is given here. Root x the whole square minus root x minus 12 equals 0. Root x whole square is nothing but x. Okay, so I'm going to take it in the form of a quadratic equation, something like a quadratic equation. Now let root x be y. Okay, so if root x is 5, this is nothing but y square minus 5 minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, so can I solve this number? Y square minus 4y plus 3y minus 12 equals 0. 4 into 3 minus 4 into 3 is minus 12. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. So this is y into y minus 4 plus 3 into y minus 4 equals 0. Y minus 4 and y minus 3, y plus 3 equals 0. Therefore, y is equal to 4, y is equal to minus 3. Okay, if x is equal to minus 3, okay, sorry, if root x is minus 3, y is minus 3, which means root x is minus 3, x is equal to 3. Now, I know that x minus root x is equal to 12. Okay, given. LHS is equal to 3 minus root 3. This is not equal to 12. But if I take x, root x is 4, that is y is 4, which means root x is 4, so x is equal to 16. Then LHS is equal to 16 minus 4, positive square root, which means 12, which is equal to RHS. Therefore, the answer is x is equal to 4. Okay, so that means root x is equal to 4. X is equal to 16. This is the answer. So this is the option. So out of the two options of y, you have to substitute for y, that is root x, and then find the correct one which satisfies the condition given. Okay. Next question. A piece of rod costs 60 rupees. Okay, if the rod was 2 meters shorter and each meter costs 1 rupee more, the cost would remain unchanged. what is the length of the rod? A piece of rod costs 60 rupees. If the rod was 2 meters shorter and each meter costs rupees 1 more, then the cost would remain unchanged. What is the length of the rod? Okay, so let us take the solution. Let the length of the rod be x. Simple thing is, whatever they're asking you, let it be x value. Okay, x meters, and you have to say x meters. Okay, the total cost is 60. So per meter rate is equal to 60 by x. Total cost by the length of the rod. So the per meter rate originally calculated was 60 by x. The new length is x minus 2. The length of the rod original is x and the new length is x minus 2. Okay. Now, they are saying that each meter costs 1 rupee more. Per meter cost now is 1 rupee more. That means what was it earlier 60 by x? It was earlier 60 by x per meter. Now it will still be, total cost is still the same. Total cost is 60 by the total number of meters is x minus 2. This per unit cost is equal to the original cost plus 1. Okay, so the cost now is 60 is the total cost. 60 by x minus 2. X minus 2 is the total number of meters, 2 meters shorter. So 60 by x minus 2 is equal to the original per unit cost, which is 60 by x plus 1. So they are saying that the per meter cost is 1 rupee more. Okay. So this is equal to 60 by x minus 2 is equal to 60 by x plus 1. Let us solve this equation. 60 by x minus 2 minus 60 by x is equal to 1. Let me take it here. LCM is x into x minus 2. 60x minus 60 into x minus 2 is equal to 1. 60 into x minus 2. 60x minus 60x plus 120 whole divided by x square minus 2x. 60x and 60x gets cancelled, equal to 1. Okay, I'll take it here. 120 is equal to x square minus 2x. So x square minus 2x minus 120 is equal to 0. So this we can take 10 and 12. X square minus 12x plus 10x minus 120 is 0. X into x minus 12 plus 10 into x minus 12 is equal to 0. X minus 12 into x plus 10 equal to 0. X is equal to 12 and minus 10. So we cannot have a negative number here. So negative is not possible. So length of the rod is 12 meters. 12 meters. Next question. Divide 25 into two parts such that sum of their reciprocals is 1 by 6. Divide 25 into two parts. Now let x be one of the parts. Therefore, the other part is 25 minus x. If I remove one part from that, what remains is 25 minus the part removed, 25 minus x. So the two parts are x and 25 minus x. Okay, so by the question given, divide this in such two parts such that sum of their reciprocals. So 1 by x plus 1 by 25 minus x is equal to 1 by 6. Take LCM x into 25 minus x. 25 minus x plus x is equal to 1 by 6. This x and x will get cancelled. 25 into 6 is equal to 25x minus x square. 150 is equal to 25x minus x square. X square plus 150 is equal to 25x. X square minus 25x plus 150 is equal to 0. This can be taken as 15 and 10. X square minus 15x minus 10x plus 150 is equal to 0. X into x minus 15 plus minus 10 into x minus 15 equals 0. X minus 15 into x minus 10 equals 0. Therefore, the two parts are 10 and 15. Here you can solve x is equal to 10, x is equal to 15. Okay, so two parts are 10 and 15. So today we'll be seeing how to solve simultaneous linear equations in three variables. Okay, so let us take one question first. Okay, so solve for x, y and z. Okay, we are having three variables. 2x minus y plus z is equal to 3. X plus 3y minus 2z is equal to 11. 3x minus 2y plus 4z is equal to 1. Let's number the three equations 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now I'll first show you with elimination method. Okay, now look at this carefully. Pay attention, please. Now we have three variables x, y and z. We have to bring the three equations to two variables by eliminating the third variable. Okay, once we eliminate the third variable, we'll solve for x and y, and then after that we will find the value of z using the value of one of the equations and substituting the value of x and y. So let us take a look at the first and the second equation. Okay, now equation 1 and 2. Okay, equation 1 and 2. What is there in equation 1 and 2? 2x minus y plus z is 3. X plus 3y minus 2z is 11. If I multiply the first equation by 2, I will get 4x minus 2y plus 2z is 6. And the second equation is as it is. It remains x plus 3y minus 2z is equal to 11. I will just add 1 and 2. Add 1 and 2. 5x minus y is equal to 17. 5x minus y is equal to 17. This is 5x plus y is equal to 17. This I will call as equation 4. Equation 4. Okay, similarly, I will take the second and third equation. Okay, I'll take the second and third equation. Okay, look at the second equation. X plus 3y minus 2z is 11. 3x minus 2y plus 4z is 1. I will multiply equation 2 by 2. I'm trying to bring the same coefficient for z in both the cases. So this would be 2 into 2. Equation 2 into number 2. Equation 2 into number 2 would be 2x plus 6y minus 4z is equal to 22, and the third equation remains as it is. 3x minus 2y plus 4z is equal to 1. I will add these two I will get rid of the z values here. So it is 5x plus 4y is equal to 23. 5x plus 4y is equal to 23. This I'll number as equation 5. This is my equation 5. Okay, now let me look at equation 4 and 5 now. Okay, so fourth equation is 5x plus y equals 17 and fifth is 5x plus 4y equals 23. I just need to subtract because already x is in the same coefficient. Okay, so it is same coefficient. I subtract. I will not add here. I have to change the sign because only if I change the sign I can get rid of it. Otherwise it will become 10x if I add it. Okay, so this is minus 3y equals minus 6. Y is equal to minus 6 by minus 3. Y is equal to 2. Y is equal to 2. Now once I get the value of y, I will have to find the value of x first using one of the equations. Now 5x plus 2 equals 17. I am substituting in equation 4. 5x is equal to 17 minus 2. 5x is equal to 15. X is equal to 15 by 5. X is equal to 3. Now I know x and y. Let me substitute for z. Let me take equation 1. 2 into 3 minus 2 plus z is equal to 3. 2 into 3 minus 2 plus z is equal to 3. 6 minus 2 is equal to 3 minus z. 4 minus 3 equals minus z. Minus z equals 1. Z is equal to minus 1. Therefore, x is equal to 3, y equals 2 and z equals minus 1. This is the answer. Now let me do the same question using cross multiplication method. I'm going to do the same question using cross multiplication method. For cross multiplication method, I have to bring all the constants to the left side and on the right side, it should only be 0. Okay, now that is fine. But there are three variables in this question. How do I go about it? So for that also, I'm going to show you an easy method. Now, 2x minus y plus z, bring the constant to the left side, minus 3 equals 0. X plus 3y minus 2z minus 11 equals 0. 3x minus 2y plus 4z minus 1 equals 0. Now I'm going to do one thing here. I'm going to put z minus 3 within brackets. Okay, I'm going to consider the z also as a constant. I'm going to try to put that as a constant so that I can consider it as the third component of the cross multiplication method. Similarly, x plus 3y, here I have x plus 3y plus minus 2z minus 11. So I'll put plus here and I'll put, if I open the bracket, it should still be minus 2z minus 11. The equation should remain unchanged. If I put minus outside, then I have to take it accordingly. So whatever value I put, but I should put only plus because if I put minus here, then the method of cross multiplication will become confusing all the more. So always put plus here. Similarly, 3x plus 2y, 3x minus 2y plus 4z minus 1. 4z minus 1 is within brackets. Now, I will take only the first and the second equation first. I'll take only the first and second equation. I will put x by, I will consider only the third component. Okay, so just to not confuse you, I will remove the third equation from here. It's not required now. Okay, so x by, I will take the coefficient of y and z, y and the constant. It would be minus 1 into minus 2z minus 11 minus 3 into z minus 3 is equal to y by z minus 3 into 1 minus 2 into minus 2z minus 11 is equal to 1 by 2 into 3 minus 1 into 1. X by 2z plus 11 minus 3z plus 9 is equal to y by z minus 3 plus 4z plus 22 equals 1 by 6 plus 1. Now I'll continue it here. X by 20 minus z is equal to y by 5z plus 19 is equal to 1 by 7. From this, x by 20 minus z is equal to 1 by 7. X is equal to 20 minus z by 7. Coming to y by 5z plus 19 equals 1 by 7. Y is equal to 5z plus 19 by 7. Now let us take the third equation now. We have done the first and second equation, we have solved it, and now we are going to put this value of y and x in equation 3. Now equation 3. 3 into 20 minus z by 7 minus 2 into 5z plus 19 by 7 plus 4z equals 1. Now 60 minus 9 by 7 minus 10z minus 38 by 7 plus 4z equals 1. Now I'll take LCM here. 60, sorry, this is 3z. 3z. Sixty minus 3z minus 10z, this is minus 38, plus 28, z is equal to 1. Now minus 3 minus 10 minus 13 plus 28. 15z plus 60 minus 38. It is going to be 22 by 7 is equal to 1. 15z plus 22 is equal to 7. 15z is equal to 7 minus 22. 15z is equal to minus 15. Z is equal to minus 15 by 15. Z is equal to minus 1. I have to substitute for x and y value. Let me take the first equation, 2x. Sorry, I have x and y value in terms of z, so I can use that. 20 minus z by 7, which is 20 minus of minus 1 by 7, which is x is equal to 20 plus 1 by 7, which is 21 by 7, and y is equal to 5z plus 19 by 7, which is 5 into minus 1 plus 19 by 7. y is equal to minus 5 plus 19 by 7, which is 14 by 7. Therefore, x is equal to 3, y is equal to 2, and z is equal to minus 1. This is the answer. X is equal to 3, y is equal to 2, and z is equal to minus 1. The next question is 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z is equal to 5. 2 by x minus 3 by y minus 4 by z is equal to minus 11. 3 by x plus 2 by y plus 1 by z is equal to minus 6. Okay, now let let 1 by x be u, 1 by y be v, and 1 by z be w. Now rewrite the equations. U plus v plus w is 5. 2u minus 3v plus minus 4w is equal to minus 11. 3u plus 2v minus w is equal to minus 6. This is equation 1, 2 and 3. Now let us take equations 1 and 3. U plus v plus w is equal to 5. 3u plus 2v minus w is minus 6. Just add 4u plus 3v is equal to minus 1. This is equation 4. Now we'll come to equations 1 and we'll take the third equation and multiply it by 4. Okay, I will get 12u plus 8v minus 4w is minus 24, and I'll take equation 2 as it is 2u minus 3v minus 4w is equal to 2u minus 3v minus 4w is equal to minus 11. Okay, now if I were to subtract, I have to change the sign. Okay, I have to change the sign. This goes off. I'm left with 10 plus 5v, 10u, sorry, plus 11v. 10u plus 11v 10u, see it is 8u, 8v minus 3v. I've changed the sign of 3. It is 8 plus 3. 11v plus 11v equals minus plus 13 plus equals minus 24 plus 11. It is minus 13. Okay, minus 13. This is going to be my equation number 5. Equation 5. So I have got two equations now in only two variables. 4u plus 3v equals minus 1. 10u plus 11v equals minus 13. Let me call these equations 6 and 7. Okay. Now equation 6 into 11. 44u plus 33v is equal to minus 11. and equation 7 by 3. 30u plus 33v equals minus 39. Okay, now I will change the sign. So this will get cancelled. 44u minus 30v, it is 14u, is equal to minus 11 plus 39, it is plus 28. So u is equal to 28 by 14, which is equal to 2. V is equal to, we'll find out in this equation, 3v is equal to minus 1 minus 4u. V is equal to minus 1 minus 4u by 3 is equal to minus 1 minus 4 into u is 2 by 3. Minus 1 minus 8 by 3, which is minus 9 by 3, which is minus 3. Okay. Come to Z. Now you know that u plus v plus w is 5. U plus v plus w is 5. U is equal to 2. 2 plus minus 3 plus w is 5. Minus 1 plus w is 5. W is 5 plus 1 equals 6. Therefore, x is equal to 1 by 2, y is equal to minus 1 by 3, z is equal to 1 by 6. This is the answer. Reciprocal of u, v and w. X is equal to 1 by 2, y is equal to minus 1 by 3 and z is equal to 1 by 6. Last question. Solve for x, y and z. Xy by x plus y equals 70. Xz by x plus z equals 84. Yz by y plus z equals 140. Okay. Now what we have to do is we have to take the reciprocals of these equations. How do you take the reciprocal? Xy by x plus y. Reciprocal is x plus y by xy equals 70 by 1. It is 1 by 70. Then x plus z by xz is equal to 1 by 84. Y plus z by yz equals 1 by 140. This would be x by xz, x by xy plus y by xy is equal to 1 by 70. This gives me 1 by y plus 1 by x is 1 by 70. Similarly, 1 by z plus 1 by x is 1 by 84 and 1 by z plus 1 by y equals 1 by 140. You can number these equations as 1, 2 and 3. Okay, we have got 3 equations now in the 3 variables x, y and z. If you add these three equations now, 1 plus 2 plus 3 gives me 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by x plus 1 by z plus 1 by y plus 1 by z is equal to 1 by 70 plus 1 by 84 plus 1 by 140. This would be 2 into 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z equals, take the LCM of these three. LCM of these three would be 420. Okay, we'll do it here and see. 70, 84, 140. 7 tens, 7 12s, 7 20. 20s are 140. 5 into 2, 5 into 4. 2 into 1, 2 6 are 12, 2 2s are 4. 2 1 3 1 3 1 1 1. So it is 7 into 5 are 35, 2s are 70, 2s are 140 into 3 is 420. So LCM is 420. 70 into 426 into 6, that is 6 plus 84 into 5, so plus 5 plus 140 into 3, which is 3. So it is going to be 2 into 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z is equal to 11, 12, 13, 14 by 420. I will simplify here. 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z is equal to 1 by 60. 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z is equal to 1 by 60. Now if you see this equation, we can call this equation as equation 4. If you see the fourth equation, you can take any one equation. You can take the first equation which has x and y, and we can subtract from 2, we can subtract 1. Sorry, from fourth equation, we can subtract the first equation. That will give us 1 by x plus 1 by y plus 1 by z minus 1 by plus 1 by x plus 1 by y is equal to 1 by 60 minus 1 by 70. Now 1 by z is equal to LCM of 60 and 70 is 420. 7 minus 6. Z is equal to 420. Come to the second equation. 1 by z plus 1 by x is equal to 1 by z plus 1 by x is equal to 1 by 84. 1 by 420 minus 1 by 84 is equal to minus 1 by x. 1 by x is equal to 1 by 84 minus 1 by 420. Take the LCM. LCM is 420. 5 minus 1. 1 by x is equal to 4 by 420. X is equal to 1 by x is equal to 1 by 105. X is equal to 105. One by z plus 1 by z plus 1 by y is equal to 1 by 140. 1 by y is equal to 1 by 140 minus 1 by 420. LCM 420, 3 minus 1. 1 by y is 2 by 420. Y is equal to 210. Therefore, x is equal to 105, y is equal to 210, z is equal to 420. This is the answer.